but just see Lisa Murkowski going off on one of her, testimonies about, again, the lack of leases from the Biden administration. And I think we need to challenge the rhetoric, both in Juneau as well as Washington, D.C. for our elected officials. In other words, Dunleavy down there in Juneau, and then Murkowski, Peltola, and Sullivan. Can they go a month or a week or a day without speaking about oil and gas development, and instead, look at other ways to try to represent their constituents effectively, efficiently, professionally, performance-mindedly? You know what I mean? A reasonable challenge for them to, take on their shoulders and undertake, I think, because they have been deficient. If we look at the totality of the career of Lisa, the amount of talk she has done about oil and gas development overshadows her other efforts on behalf of her constituents in Alaska. Also, I think in the United States more broadly. But so, in other words, clearly a majority of her efforts down there in D.C. are about resource development. And I think the same thing, we can remark, honestly and reasonably about what we see in Juneau with not just Dunleavy, but other governors that have preceded Dunleavy. So, it's something that I think, at some point we're going to want a leader, in Alaska who is going to be, but we're going to want a leader in Alaska who's ready to shut down AIDEA and change the mentality and the rhetoric and the thought process and make that big monumental transformational just in the rhetoric. You know what I mean? Just in the talk, from speaking about resource development is their only bullet point, the only thing that they can talk about. They want to say that's the only future for Alaska. You know what I mean? That's short-sighted. That shows that they don't have much in their arsenal, you know what I mean, to talk about and to try to do for the people of Alaska in America. Because everywhere else in America, they don't lean so heavily on oil and gas development as an economic and as a community future.